I'm Sue Boo bringing crafting to you, and today we're going to make a wide gatefold card. Now I'm using the brand new in colours for 21 to 23 and also the Boho Indigo. So currently the Boho Indigo is on the last chance products. So if you're like the paper that I see, then you could order the product medley, which is absolutely a bargain price at the moment. Right, without further delay, let's get on. Right, you will need a piece of cardstock that is the full A4 length by 4 1/8. You're going to score this at 3 and let me just check that. Nope, it's not 3, it's 2 and 15/16. Sorry, 2 and 15/16. So let me show you closer in case you're not sure of the 16s. All these little marks are 16s, so you're going to take it up to the little mark before the 3. Okay, so I'll put that in position and I'm going to just score down that. I am then going to rotate it and do exactly the same again to 2 and 15/16. I'm sorry it's such an odd one, but it's because it's the gatefold. Okay, so we're just going to fold and burnish those score lines. So I'm going to crease the first one, then I'm just going to bend the second one and make sure that we have got, well actually it's not going to matter on this card. Right, so I'm just going to fold that in. Now if they don't quite meet in the middle, this doesn't matter for this particular card. We're going to open them back up and I'm using the tag topper punch. Now you don't have to use this tag topper, you can use any tag punch that will work with this. I just happen to have the scalloped edge tag topper punch. Now what I want you to do is feed it through to absolutely, you can't push it any further, and I want you to make sure that you have got an even gap either side. Then you're going to punch down and release. So just move that out of the way. Going to do exactly the same. So I'm feeding my card all the way in till it will not go any further. So you're pushing it right back to the very back, and then you're going to eyeball to make sure it's even at either side. When you're happy with that it's absolutely there, you can punch down. So, and then just release it. Okay, so now I'm going to bring back in my scoreboard, and I'm just going to make sure I get this the right way. Let me get my template. So I'm going to score, let's open up. So I'm going to score on using my scoring blade from the corner of where your tag has finished and to the corner of here. So I'm going to place that in. I will try and show you closer shot. So I'm getting that right on the track and I'm going to put that there. So this will be where the score line will go down there. So I just need to do that again to make sure that that is absolute, and then I'm just going to put my score blade and go from my tag outwards, and then you'll have a score, you can see just there. Okay, now the opposite way, we need to score again out from our tag to our corner again to make us another diagonal. So just got to get that in the right position to score from the center, and all I'm doing is practically lining my mark on the side up with where I can see the scalloped edge. So I'm taking it out. So It won't matter if you go over a bit, that's not going to be a problem. Okay, so I'm going to do the same on the other side. So it's from the tag where it finishes to the outside position. Just get that in position. Just take your time with that, and again go from the center out. That's it. And then last one, so we put that in there. Make sure we've got our corner there, and we're going to go up. Okay, that's it, that would be fine. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to bend those back and just burnish them. Okay, so we're just going to bend all of those back and burnish. Oops, that's not quite in the corner. Just see if I can bend it a little bit more to get it in that corner, and that's better. So just have a go, make sure you're happy with your corners, and then just crease them back. Happy with my corner, and crease it back. Okay, so far we'll be looking like that. Okay, right, now I have got two pieces, should have two pieces of DSP, and these measure, so my DSP measures 4 by 2 and 13/16. So I'm just going to show you again. So there's your 2-inch mark, and half of 16 is 8, so that's where the 8 is, and then the quarter mark is 12/13, so you just want it one past the quarter mark. So one past the quarter mark. Let's see if I've done that right. That seems to be wrong. I'll just check that. I'm just going to check this on here, and I've given that as a no, I've actually cut them wrong. So I do want what I've just told you. So I do want 13/16. And why haven't I got, there's 12, 13/16. So sorry about this. I'll just have to cut these down to 13/16. I don't know what went wrong there. So the 13/16. There, so I've just taken that little bit off. Okay, so I've gone down to my 13/16. Now I'm going to actually go in from either edge, again pushing it all the way in, making sure, let me just move this out of my way, making sure that we have got even amounts on either side. I'm going to look again at this side. So I am just eyeballing this, just making sure that it's got even sides. It's pushed as far as it will go to the back, and we have got that, and that is going to put on to our card base like this. Okay, and I'm going to do the same with the other one. So this time I want that side. Just make sure which way you're doing it. I want that side. So I'm going to push it all the way in and make sure that I've got even amount on either side, and press that down. Okay. So just move those out of the way. So now I am going to glue. This isn't a non-directional paper, so I've used this side, and we're going to use that side in the centre. So as I say, it's the Boho Indigo. So I'm going to open my card back up, and I'm just going to stick on now my tag part. So I'm going to push that on there, and I'm going to leave an even gap as much as I can round there, and then we're just going to fold that back, and that'll give it a little bit of the DSP poking out of the other side. Now I'm just going to push that in a little bit so that it gives me a nice off cut like that. So that's how it should look. So it's giving it a little bit of difference, poking through there. Now, as you'll notice, the actual tag has covered some of my pink up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tab topper punch. I'm going to just fold these back for the moment. So I'm going to push in. Now I need it to face me because I need to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to push this in until we get to where that tag has been cut. And will it? Right, no, I need to, it's not going to. I'm wondering if it will, whether I'll be able to get that. So I'm folded them back out again. Sorry, it's a little bit awkward showing you. So I'm just going to push down, see if I can get these in. That's it. Once you get it in, it'll be fine. So now I can get that exactly in position. So I'm just getting it so that I've got exactly the punch. Ooh. Now if I punch this at that, it's going to take off my edge, so I'm not going to do that. So let's rewind that. I'm not going to do that now. I've decided because it will take out my I've got it stuck. Pull it out. There we go. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it as it is. If that becomes a problem when I stick the ribbon in, I will do some snipping. So we'll leave that. So ignore that move. It will be quicker this way anyway. So just lifting my flaps up again. Glue in on the back of my DSP. So there we go, and again put in a nice even gap. This is polished pink. I'm so in love with this already. So I do, as I've said before, love the cerise pinks. They are my favourite, and I love navy blue. So we're now going to just fold this again where you have folded it. So just allow that to come where it wants to, and then just go back in with your bone folder to crease it like that. And then we're going to do the same here, just picking up. There it goes, and that one's gone straight in, so just bring that a little bit out so that it shows a little bit more on there. So no, not going to show. Why aren't you showing? So put that, click that because it's gone there. Yeah, there we go. Right, so now I'm just going to glue this down. So I'm going to glue on the DSP. Just put a little bit of glue on there, and then just rub over with my bone folder to make it adhere down. So we just need that little bit showing. It's does what it likes in that corner so that it gives it a different effect. And this one's gone and done the same now. So we want a little bit of it showing, so that it gives that contrast of colour. Just a little bit, don't want a lot, and it's random. It's not precise, it is random. Okay, just pop that on there, and then just so it goes like that. Okay, right, now the inside of the card, what I've got is a piece of card that measures 7 3/4 by 5 5/8, and I've scored it on the long side at 3 7/8. I'm just going to make sure that that is even, and then we're going to score that down. And then I've got a piece of DSP, and as I say, we are using the other side, such beautiful DSP, and this measures 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. So you can see the other side there. So we've got plenty of the design papers to go at. And something that I just noted was the dies will cut this flower out, which I might cut one out for you and show you. But you can just put it on the top. So that's going to go on the top there. I've also got a piece of very vanilla. We're going to stamp on this first before I put it in. But I'm going to sit this card completely in here. So I'm going to glue the card base down. I just love these two colours together. Fresh freesia and polished pink. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I just got a pack of the mixed, and it's a good idea to get a pack of the mixed, and then you can see what you think of the paper colours, and then if you particularly like me are loving these two colours, then that will be the packs that I will get. So that will close on there like that, looking lovely. And we've got that opening there. Now I like to put something in the background, so we're going to I'm going to do some stamping on this. So we will bring in my stamping mat, and we will do a vase. So I think I'm going to go, let's have a look. I'm just not stamped with this one yet. So I'm going to see if this in the corner will stamp there, and I'm having a look at this one because this flower on there matches. So I'm going to see whether those two together, might do those two together, or shall I do the 3 flowers? Let's have a look. So I'm just deciding which one I'm going to do, and I'm going to pop that like that, and I might just do that. Okay, so yes, I think I'll do that one instead. Right, so I'll pop that away for later. So I'm going to pick up my stamps. Just going to get my blocks, so picking up. So I'll stamp this one first. Now, actually, I am going to stick it with the Night of Navy. So, changed my mind at the last minute. I've got out my Highland Heather and my Gorgeous Grape, but because this matches the outside of the this, it matches this, can't get my words out. I'm going to go in with my navy blue, which is my Night of Navy, and I'll really ink it up well to my Night of Navy, and I'm going to stamp the Night of Navy. Okay, so just going to stamp it in this corner. There we go. So I'm using my stamp mat because it's photopolymer and it needs to have a cushion. You can stamp without, but it's just guarantees you a better stamp. So I'm just going to clean up my stamp on my chamois. So great to have this, and when you've got inky fingers as well, I'm just rubbing my inky fingers on there because I don't want it to go on my card. I'll be very happy, not very happy should I say, if my inky fingers go and ink up where I don't want them to. Okay, so we'll take that off for the, well, I'll leave that one on and use the next one. Right, so I'll get another block, and I'm decided on the 3 flowers, didn't I? So my closest colour, because I told you what I did, I ordered the wrong colours, so I am going to go for the Highland Heather. Okay, so I'm going to bring this Highland Heather in, inking that up, and then just going to ink that there and take it away. Beautiful. So that's, I'm happy with that. And I've not quite decided on my sentiments. Let's have a look at the sentiments. We've got a thank you, sorry, thanks, a birthday, yes, I'm going to use that one. It says a bunch of birthday love to you, so I am going to stick that one on. So I'm just going to remove that and use this, and I think I'm going to go back again to the Night of Navy. Now, because I've not used this, I'm rubbing it to get rid of that film that they come with on the back of my hand. Okay, get the ink, oopsie daisy, and I often, let's show you in camera shot, I often like to just go on like this, as though you've got a big ink pad. So I often do that as well. So make sure it's really inked up well. Pop your lid back on, and I've done this. A great way to build up your colours of ink, and this is one that I've done, is by buying the, and it's less expensive, is buying the things like the all-inclusive kits and the paper pumpkin kits, and through that I've built up quite a lot of mini stamps. So currently in the clearance rack, the Christmas stamp is back on, and in that you get a real red and Colour Me Clover, which is a lovely green, which I do use quite a lot still. And so you get the little ink spots of those. There is also in there the Joy of Sharing. Now, I did quite a lot on the Joy of Sharing, so if you look back over my videos, you will see a lot that I have done with that set, and that is the bargain price in clearance as well. And you get Mossy Meadow with that, so that's another green colour to pick up. I have bought the Dear Friends, and that has given me Misty Moonlight. So it's an idea to actually pick up things like that, because it means you get the ink spots, and of course once you finish with the kits you can use the ink spots well after that. And you could even buy ink, what are they called, refills. You can buy the ink refills, and that's what I've done. I've built up quite a lot of minis now, because I really love using the minis, especially some of the things when you are doing a partial die, where you want to just put part of a word on, I was doing this with dear friend Kit the other day, and it just makes it so easy to split up, because just having a little ink spot, it's great for just getting it on just half your sentiment. So I'm just making sure there's an equal increment around there. I think that's really pretty so far, and we're going to close that, and then we've got these two still to do. Right, so I want to bring back in, I'm going to use the bigger one to go in the middle. So let's have a look. I'm going to, it won't matter if I don't use this one, because I will just build resources to use later. But I'm going to go on the fresh freezer. So I'm pulling out some fresh freezer, and let's see if that's, I've got some scraps. So I'm going to see what scraps I've got. Yeah, that'll do. And going to yeah, that one will fit nicely in there. So I'm going to do Highland Heather on top of this. I really loved doing the Highland Heather yesterday, and so putting the Highland Heather on top of the fresh freezer. And this is why I really so love Stampin' Up, because you can combine such a lot of the colours together. Look at that, it looks beautiful. So it's just so easy. I'm going to bring out my mini now to cut this out. So I'll bring in my mini, and we're going to cut out that. So I want my plate 1 and 2 plates, and pop that down there. Now I don't like to put all my card through. I like to just put not much bigger than what I'm using currently. So I'm just going to bring that, I did clean that up, yes, and go back into the dies. So I really love these dies, because they've got so many added things to do in there, which I will be using. I always, when I buy a stamp set, I have learnt my lesson, and I always buy the die to go with it now. So I'm just popping this on now. So I just want to get that in position. Yesterday I cut these out ahead of time to save time, but I haven't had time to do that today. So just pop that there, pop my plate on top, and then put it through the die machine. So I don't know whether this one is going to be too big, so I'm just going to cut this out and see. So I'm planning as we're going along, so I'm going to see if that is going to be all right, or whether we want a smaller one. I'm going to do a smaller one as well, so I can just compare, and you can help me make the decision whether you think that this one is better. So again, I'm going to stamp this. Let's see, I'm going to stamp it that way. So I use every scrap of my card. I don't I try not to waste any, so I'm just going to really ink this up. See what I think of that. So bring that there and pop that in the corner there. that, and then we'll just cut this, sorry, a bit there, and bring this back a little mini and have that one. I didn't realise that the stamp actually matched the DSP really. I hadn't realised that. Oh, that's it. So it's rather nice, and it's a very similar one to Posted For You. So that's another one that is nice. So quite like that. So I think I'm actually going to go for that one. So this might even go on the front yet. So not decided quite, so might cut another one of those out to make it equal either side, but I do like that one. Right, now I've got the leaves to go on here, and you don't get anything to cut the leaves out with. So I'm going to go for actually using the dies that have got this lovely embossing on there. And I think I will cut these out in here as well. So let's turn it over because that fitted nicely in the corner there. And let's have a look. That would fit in the corner there. So I'll just cut that off there for the moment. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because I just thought that would fit in that little gap there. Never mind. Right, so I'm going to have those two. And just bring my die back in for that so I don't lose it. And I want the die for that one so I don't lose it. And we'll cut these two out. Put them on my mini. I was really looking forward to the magnetic plate, only they've had problems, so they took the magnetic plates out of play. I'm hoping they solve that because I've never used a magnetic plate before. But the current ones that you use with like the Big Shot, apparently the magnets are not everywhere. And so you can end up with it sometimes still slipping, whereas the Stampin' Up ones, they'd brought it out with it being a total magnet sheet, I think, so it stuck wherever you placed it. So I'm going to stick that there, and that can go on the side again. So am I gonna just, no, I think I'm going to go for another one of those. So bring back in my bit and just cut a bit off there. That'll do me fine. So bring that back in. Oh, I'm just so loving this colour. Love it, love it, love it. There we go. Let's have a look. That's it. Just going to, so they're going to go something like that on there. And we haven't got a happy birthday, we've just got birthday, just thank you, which means I've decided really, don't know whether I want a kind of happy birthday poking through, or whether I'm going to put happy birthday on the side, or whether I'm going to leave it quite plain. I might actually leave it quite plain because I'm going to tie it with a bow. I do like that, so I'm going to just stick with that being quite plain on the front because it's quite a busy pattern there. So I'm going to go for actually just fitting these in. So we're going to just bring this in to see where I want this position. I'm not too bothered about the stalk because that will just fit underneath the vase. So I'm going to pop a little bit from the top. I think that's about central, so popping that a little bit from the top. Just going to work on my vase. I think that's going to go there. I'm going to have that there. So again, I'm not going to worry about my stalk because that will be behind my vase. So as long as I've kind of got my piece going so that my vase is looks real, as though it's really in it. So I'll just do that from the other side. And oops, move that, don't want to move that, and just pop that a little further down there, so it's giving it a different heights, and just press them down. It's lovely. I'll lift it up again to show you, but it's so lovely, the detail on the leaves. I really am loving this. It's something really different. So I'm going to take that up as high as I can. So just press that down. So that, look at the detail in the leaves. It's just so beautiful. I really am loving that. Really love it. And then inside you've got a birthday of happy love to you. And now it's to decide, so we can gonna see that poking through just there, and I think I am going to go for the thin die. So I'm going to use the thin die now and put a little bit of, oops, that's not what I want, that one's going away. The little thin die I'm going to use here. So again, I'm still going to stick with my fresh freesia. So just cut a little bit of that out. Hopefully I've left enough to be able to get another one out, so we'll see. Okay, so that's going to go through my mini now. I'll position that. There we go, that's in position. Hopefully that will hold. Yeah, I'll take that through. Again, I'm just loving the detail that's in here. Look at, just get my little bits of dye out. It shouldn't be there. That's so lovely. Again, the detail that's on there. And I'm going to look for, we've got a tool. Oh, I've not used this one yet. Let's have a look. Oh. Now this is, it's got all holes in there, and I've not used this one at all. I think again I'm going to cut this out, and I might have, yes, look at that, nice little space there. That's just going to fit in, so let's just cut that and then hope it doesn't slip. Let's bring that out. Which which way round is better. I think that one is. So just positioning that. Oh, loving that. It's got all little holes in. Look at that. Might have to get my pokey tool out to get rid of the holes. Let's see. Can I do it with my scissors? On there. Okay. So that's going to go in there with that lifted on the top. Yes, I like that. So I'm going to do another for the other side. So we'll pop this one and see if we can cut the two together. Sometimes when you cut two together they can slip, but we'll see. No, they should be all right. So let's take them through and match the other side. There we go. So I'm just going to flick to see if I can get rid of. In fact, I've got my pin from my glue. I'm just going to poke these out with my... I like to get, if it should have holes in, I like to get them all out. I like it to show as it should be, rather than, I know some people leave them in, but I can't do that. Okay, and this bit here. Okay, so let's now position these on here. So again, I'm not too worried about the vase. I want to pop that on first. So I'm going to just put some dots, and you see, sorry, am I off camera? I need to really get rid of my mini out of the way, really. So just going to pop this on there. Okay, and then this is going to pop on the top. Not going to worry about where the holes are, that can spring off to give it added dimension. Wants it to be about there. Just hold that for a second or two. There we go. And then get the other one. What have I just done with the other one? Let's fold down the side. Let's put my mini over there out of the way. So just put some glue on the back of this. Let's have a look out there. You could do this if you haven't got a actual punch like I've got. See about there. If you haven't got a punch that I've got, you could just do a tiny cut, get the halfway point, do a tiny cut, and then do a fold back on either side. That would work as well. And then if you just put a punch a hole in either side, you could put your ribbon in as well. Right, so I'm going to look at the ribbons. I think this one might be a little bit too big. So I'm going to use my gold for this. So I'm just going to thread one side in, thread the other side in, and then this is going to tie a bow. So where's my scissors? Have I got them out? Yes, I have. Why do I look for my scissors when I get prepared and then bring them out? Okay, so I'm going to tie this upside down. I think think I'll do generous supply of ribbon, so just cut that off, then I can tie it. Okay, so bring those two together and tie my bow. Let's see what happens, me tying it upside down. Sometimes tying it upside down works, and in this case no it doesn't, so I'll go to tying it the proper way. So now what I tend to do, these offcuts of ribbon, I tend not to throw them away, so that I can use them on other projects. So right. Now, what I'm not going to do, I'm just going to show you how the finished card is looking. So I'll faff with my bow later. But I would cut my, these are coming up, so I need to re-glue those. I would cut my ribbon off at an angle, like I made when I made this one, and this is the larger version. If you like this one, you can check back into my videos and you will see that it's on there. It's totally my design. It's not a copy. It's my design that I've made. My own design I've come up with. I often will check on Pinterest, see if I can see anything like it. And I've not seen anything so far like it. So it's my design, both of these that I've done. Lots of people, when they make this design, they usually cut off what I'm folding back. So that needs to come down there and hold these. I don't know when my ink pad will help me do it, because it needs to hold down for a while. Oh, that one I stuck down, but that needs to hold down for a while. So once they're glued, they'll be glued, so there won't be a problem. But just show you again. So that's how the card front looks. You open it up, and you'll obviously have to take out one side of the ribbon. It won't be so long because you'll have cut it shorter. That's the middle part, and you have got a bunch of birthday love to you. Now, as I say, I haven't got a happy birthday in this set. I'm thinking that I probably will do a happy birthday, and I will use my everyday label punch for that. So I'll have to use a happy birthday from a different set. So I want a narrow one, and I often find the best narrow one that I've got is the happy birthday from Little Ladybug. I'm afraid it's not available anymore. It's it was Celebration's host last year, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring in a bit of cream card. So I'm going to just get some cream there, just stamp that. I'm going to do it in the Highland Heather on the cream. It's very vanilla, but you know what I mean, it's cream. I'll just stamp up that and just put my happy birthday there. And that's gone a bit wavy on there because I rocked it, but hopefully that might cut off. We will see. Is that going to cut off? Let's see. I think we will, so let's just go for it. That's it. There we go. So my happy birthday, and I'll just see what it looks like. going across, so that will show when the card is open, and that's how you'll display it. So it just about shows the happy birthday. So I am going to put it there. Let's see. Let's close that up. Move along. Or do I put it? No, I think I do want it, because when you open the card up, this will probably be how you display it. So I'm not going to use dimensionals or anything. I'm just going to put a little bit of blue on the back and just pop it equally on there. So just make sure it's level. So that's how so you can see there. So just show you the inside again. So that's the inside. Happy birthday, bunch of love to you. There's the happy birthday on the outside. It's then going to be tied back again, and then when, excuse me, now I'm going to start sneezing. When I've actually tied my ribbon for the final time, I will cut it, but I don't want to cut it now because it will be awkward for me to tie later on when I want to send this card out. So that's how I tie, and bring that, just bring those smaller. There we go. So you'll just have to imagine that I've cut these off, so I'll cut them off short, so they'll be about there. But as I say, these offcuts I will use on other projects. So thank you very much for tuning in today and watching me. I hope you enjoyed my card. So don't forget, if you shop between the 28th of March, which has gone, to the 25th of April, please use my hostess code. If you are on YouTube, there will be a link in the description box to so you can click on it and go to my Facebook business page, where you can click on a shop link but still use the hostess code. So if you're on YouTube and you want to just go to Stampin' Up, as long as you use this hostess code, it is unique to me, you will be able to share in the hostess gifts. Thank you very much. Do appreciate that you've popped by to watch me. As I say, if you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and press the notification button so you can see what I upload. Thank you. Bye.